Hello again, it's Jordan Morris, aka VertSmoke, here with Cowboy Charcoal, and today we're going to be making a smoked buffalo chicken dip. We're going to be using the Masterbuilt smoker today, and we will be using the Applewood hardwood briquettes. Great flavor for chicken, a little more subtle, a little more mild, even a little sweet. So it's going to go great with this chicken. So we're starting with some chicken thighs here, and the key really is using chicken thighs. Using the dark meat, it's a little more moist. It's just gonna take your dip to another level. You can use chicken breast if you want, it just won't be quite as good. So first things first, I've got my smoker set to 475, and I need to get this pan on the smoker to start preheating. So let's get that on there. So while the pan is preheating, I'm gonna prepare my chicken thighs. First things first, I'm gonna glove up just so I don't have to deal with the mess. For starters, just gonna put in a little bit of neutral oil. This is some avocado oil. Don't want the flavor, just want a little bit of oil for the binder. So mix that around a little bit, make sure it's all coated. And then today, I'm going to be using the Jack Daniel's chicken rub. It's gonna go great with this recipe. Sweet, heat, salty. It's got everything you want for a chicken rub. So I'm gonna be pretty generous with it. I just wanna make sure that everything is coated thoroughly. Don't need to go too heavy. You know, we're gonna have a lot of other flavors in this dip that we're making, so I don't wanna overpower with the rub. All right, there we go. So we're gonna throw these onto the smoker. Again, we're set at 475 on the smoker. We'll cook these on here. It'll take approximately 15-20 minutes. Your chicken has to come to 165 degrees internal temperature. You can't go medium rare with your chicken, so make sure it's cooked all the way through. Let's get it on there. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes on the smoker. Let's check our chicken thighs to see if they're done. So again, I'm using my digital thermometer just to make sure that I've reached a safe internal temp, which is at least 165. And they're looking great. So they're ready to pull off. So I'm just gonna take these off, put them in my bowl here. And we're just gonna set these aside for now. So these can rest for a minute, they can cool off. We're gonna chop those up in just a minute. But first, we need to get started on our sauce. As you know, we've been having our pan preheating in the grill. So we're gonna start with sauteing our veggies on the pan. So again, I've just got a little bit of butter here. This is about a tablespoon of butter. Gonna put it in the pan, let it sizzle away. So coat the whole pan, get it all coated through there. I have half of a shallot diced up finely, 2 cloves of garlic, again, diced up fine. And we're just gonna let that saute in here for just a minute. Oh, it smells so good. I'm gonna close the lid and let it cook for just a minute. Okay, so our veggies were sauteing in here for just a minute. So we're gonna pull them out. So there we go. Look at that sizzle. Just cooking away in there, cast iron pan. First things first, I'm gonna deglaze with about a half cup of beer. Any type you want, not super important. What kind, whatever you like, just something good enough that you would drink it. So get that in there. Half a cup of your favorite hot sauce. This is a buffalo style hot sauce. I'm sure you're familiar with your favorite brands. Then I have a whole block of cream cheese. So I'm gonna take this in here, drop it right in. And last but not least, the blue cheese crumbles. So drop those in, mix it up just a little bit. I'm gonna break up the blue cheese just so it melts a little bit easier. And I'm gonna throw this back in the grill just so it can kind of start to melt and mix together. Okay, so we're mixed up and that's fine for now. Don't worry, it's all gonna melt together and come together in one sauce. So we're gonna throw it back on the grill, put it in there for about 5 minutes, and we'll check back. So while that's going, we're gonna chop up our chicken and we're just gonna put it into like bite-sized chunks. Just big enough so that when you take a dip with your chip or pita or whatever you like, it's not some giant chunk of chicken. So just keep that in mind as you're chopping. You know, you don't want it to be too big, you don't want it to be too small, just enough to be a bite. So this is about what I'm looking for. Something like that. About bite size like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop up all this chicken. So this chicken's fully cooked. I'm gonna try a bite for scientific purposes just to make sure it's okay. It's not okay. It's great. Let's check on our sauce. So the sauce has been in here for about 5 minutes. We're gonna open it up, see how it's doing. Oh, there we go. Bubbling away. So as you can see, it's starting to come together. Everything's starting to melt up. Looking good. So the cream cheese is starting to melt. We've got the beer, the hot sauce. So at this point, I'll go ahead and add my chicken into the saucepan. So we just take all our chicken, put it right on in there. Look at that. All the juices from the cooked chicken, it all goes right in. That's all just flavor. Now we just take it, combine it a little bit. Okay, here we go. Getting close. So I'll put this back on the grill, check back in another 2 to 3 minutes, see how we're looking. Okay, so we've had the dip on the grill for about 5 minutes. It is bubbling and looking delicious. Look at that. A flaming cauldron of flavor right here. Smoked buffalo chicken dip. You gotta keep this one on your game day list. It's ready to go. Just remember, this pan is scorching hot. I'm gonna finish with some green onions right on here. Add a little flavor, add a little color, and we're ready to roll. This is a great game day dish, super easy to make. You should try it next. Find this recipe on more, cowboycharcoal.com. Thanks again, and remember, keep cooking with Cowboy.